Before the newest patch got released, I thought doing 10k damage in a tier 8 was impossible. But a Skoda T56 got released and it proved me wrong. We can find the VZ there again, one shot put into him, a second shot which actually blows him up. Hello guys and welcome. In this video we'll be looking into the newest tier 8 Czechoslovak heavy tank, the Skoda T56. So I already went ahead and equipped the tank on tanks.gg as always, and I'm running vents, burst tabs and turbo on it, and you can already see that the reload time is 21 seconds for 460 alpha damage, 3.5 seconds between each shot, and this is already insane. Like, you have 920 damage in a clip. It is absolutely devastating. Now you can see that the dispersion is very bad. 0.36 is very bad. The gun handling stats are okay-ish, I would say, for a tier 8 heavy tank. But still, you will see in the game that this tank is an absolute monstrosity with this TPM coupled with this reload time. Now, if you look at the mobility, it's actually 41 top speed, because I equipped it with the turbo, which is really essential for this tank in my opinion, because otherwise it's really slow. Now I was running two kinds of setups on maps where I don't need mobility that much, like Paris, Himmelsdorf, Ensk. I would probably play with HP, and with the field modifications now you can actually set a second slot for speed for heavy tanks. So I put the turbo on there in case you don't have the Bond turbo. So you can actually have a really good speed increase on the regular turbo if you do that. Now we will also go through the field modifications in just a second, but let me show you actually the rest of the stats. It also has 8 degrees of gun depression, which is also really great. The armor is, I think the armor was okay, to be honest. It's quite bad on paper, 190, 180, but I felt like it held up in the game, like when you're getting shot at. I think it was just enough. The turret is actually okay as well. If you're facing it from the front, it's quite okay against tier 8, tier 9, even tier 10, I would say. The cupola is massive though. It's really easy to hit that cupola. But yeah, I mean, it's just nothing special really. If you catch it from the side, however, you will pen HE through that with some tanks in the back. So yeah, as you can see, the armor is not the greatest, but it's just barely okay, and it's not gonna make your tank unplayable. You can side scrape with it, you can go hold down with it, you can do everything basically with it. But yeah, it also has a normal amount of HP. If you boost this with field modifications and the HP booster, you can get up to 1700 HP, so that's pretty good as well. The view range is, however, really mediocre by itself. It's 370, so you'll be needing that extra vents boost, the vents directive, and also you'll be needing the view range skills on your crew. And the tank has 3 kinds of shell types. The first one is 208mm of band, which is not really good. It's very lackluster, especially when you get to tier 9, tier 10 environments. The premium shell is 248, which is a little bit better. It's enough to hit those weak spots. It's enough to double track people reliably. The velocity is also not that good. It's 1020. It's acceptable, but you gotta live with that. You're gonna have to lead shots at a long range. But also the HE is really good. It's 640 alpha damage, which means that coupled with the recent buff of intuition, the skill intuition, which basically makes you able to switch between shell types 1/5 of your reload time, which is basically, I think, 3 or 4 seconds for the Skoda to load 2 HE shots. For example, when you see a Grille or a Scorpion G or anything that's like really lightly armored and you have it in a good position where you think you'll be able to penetrate 68mm of penetration, it is absolutely brutal. I mean, 2 times 640 damage, that's just insane. 1280 damage in 3.5 seconds. Next step, we will take a look at the field modifications as promised on the tank. And it is very simple. You only have 3 since it's a tier 8 tank, but it's left, and right. Why left here? Because maintaining speed when crossing all terrain types basically means that you're gonna retain your speed while crossing muddy territory, like territory which is not covered by roads. And it's really good because you don't really need the suspension durability, and you also don't really need the hull traverse speed. they are very mediocre losses compared to the actual speed advantage that you're gonna gain by having the terrain resistance sorted out. On the next one, we'll obviously go for the aiming circle size instead of the aiming speed and the aiming circle loss, simply because if you're more accurate, then it's also gonna take less amount of time to aim your shot and be more accurate, if that makes sense. Even though you lose aiming speed, you're gonna be more accurate in the end. So that's like contradicting each other. So I think that was like something Wargaming wanted to do something obscure, but most of the people don't really understand that. So always on every single tank, go for the left side. On the next one, you'll probably want to go for view range, as I said, because the tank has very bad view range. This way you have 440, which is alright. I think you can get even more if you use the bounty or the bond vents. So 450 view range is very healthy at tier 8, I would say. So definitely go for this one. The stun duration is gonna be, of course, a little bit more, but it's negligible change. Oh, I almost forgot to show you the 6th field modification thingy. Is basically a second slot for certain categories that you can put on your heavy tank, which is mobility or firepower. Now, you'll always want to opt for mobility in case you don't have access to bond turbo, because if you prop for the mobility here and you go back to garage, you can see I have a turbo on the second slot, and the secondary characteristics over there, they apply. So I get 10% engine power instead of 7.5, 5 top speed instead of 4, and 3 rear speed instead of 2. So definitely go for that one too. I would change that a bit. I would put 2 HE shells in, and I will also have more premium rounds. But he's playing on mines in a tier 7 to tier 9 MM, and let's see how he's gonna be able to fare in this situation. Now, there is only one RT, and going to the middle from this side is very good, because this tank has actually turret armor. Let's see, he peaks. Oof. That is not very good. That was a tier 9 Skoda of the Czech tree, and as you can see, he made a really bad trade to start up the game with. Now he's down to 2-shot, 688 HP, but you could already see that he dished out 900 damage in 3.5 seconds, and he loses his HP to the Scorpion as well, which is really bad, because Mines is a map where you need HP to trade with other people, right? So let's speed this up a little bit now. He gets into this position where he can shoot down on the IS-6, the 45 TP and the IS-2S, and this is a huge opportunity for him to do damage actually. He puts in 2 shots again for 900 damage, and now he's gonna go on the reload. We'll speed this up again, and he's already reloaded for the second clip over here on the hill. Now this is a very bold peak, because he could have gotten killed by the Isu here, and the Sturm was also there, and he's a one-shot, as I said, to those tanks. Now let's see what he can do here. Once again from the hill, he bounces the IS-2's back, and he does not find the shot on the IS-6, but he finds the shot on the 45 TP. And you see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. The tank already did 2.2k damage, and he's supposed to have a bad game here, but because the tank's capabilities are so good, the rate of fire and the damage potentially so good, he's already up to 3k damage, even though he lost all his HP there. It's insane. Like, I am sorry, but this tank is just way too overpowered now. The TNH makes its way onto the hill, and unaware of the fact that Mr. Lethality was on his right side, he just drew up on the hill and just died. Now we're up to 3.5k damage, and the game is looking quite grim here for Lethality's team. Let's see if our hero can actually win this game. Oof, very nice shot onto the A44, and he finds the second one, killing him. It's 6-8. The enemy has a lot of TDs. They still have artillery, but they have very sluggish tanks. Unless we're talking about the Standard B, the Progetto, and the Pantera, those tanks are really hard to push the middle with. We find one nice shot on the Standard B's back, and the Skoda also came for a shot there. Up to 5k damage with 4 kills. 6.7 thousand damage remaining in the enemy team, and he's playing quite well here because he's double pushing the Isu. He finds him there, and this is gonna be really juicy in terms of damage right there. Great shots into the Isu, another 1000 damage, up to 6k in less than 6 minutes. That is absolutely insane. And he finds the kill on the Isu. Now you have to be careful because the good thing that the friendly TNH is actually spotting the approach to the hill, so he's going to be able to kill those heavy tanks, I mean TDs, that will push the hill, and he will see them in time. Okay, we actually see where the RT is at. He's a little bit more to the left. Unless the RD moves, he's not gonna shoot him and kill him there. But let's see what's gonna happen here. The AMX AC gets spotted on the other side of the hill. The Scorpion is pushing boldlessly onto the 1-2 line. To be fair, I don't see the enemy team winning this. Unless they push all at the same time on the hill and they eliminate lethality in Ishkora and the friendly TNH. I don't see the enemy team winning this. Okay, let's see if we can find the shot on the Sturer Emil hiding there. I thought he was going to blind shot here, but he actually did not. Oh, he will, but he's just, oh, very smart. He zooms out in order to see if he hits his shot there. Now, popping a reload here would be actually quite smart. The Scorpion goes down, the Panthera goes down, but the TNH also goes down, so now he's left alone on the hill against 5 enemy tanks that will surround him in a very short amount of time. And the Sharpshooter should spot the field, but again, lethality, quick thinking here. He goes and supports the Char, and he finds the side of the AMX, puts one into him for 458, and finishes him. Beautiful finish right there. The VZ is also there, full HP. That is very good, but he has to be very careful because the Progetto and the Standard B can push up to the hill at any point in time now. We can find the VZ there again. One shot put into him. A second shot which actually blows him up. That is really lucky, although I think that was not necessary. He would have killed him anyway, but now this gives him a little bit more time to pay attention to the middle and to actually kill the Standard B and the Progetto in case they push him. And the Sturemil actually appears. Very nice peek from him here. He puts out his track, he pays the shot, he takes him down. Guys, it took a tier 7 TD down in 2 shots. That's like breathtaking. And now we're left 1v3 against the Standard and the Progetto. The Progetto is one shot, he pushes up, he pens one, he blocks him. He bounces the second one and kills him right there. Very nice finish. And the Standard B, I think, is a 2-shot for him as well. And he's got 3 shells left. He's got 3 shells left right there. The Standard B starts the cap, which is very bad for the Standard B because now our hero will know exactly where he is. And I don't even know what the Standard B was thinking here, to be honest. I think he's on the left or the right side of the cap, but also have to be careful because he's a 1-shot now. Maybe even for artillery. If the artillery finds him in the back of his tank, he will do a lot of damage now. He's got 1 minute to reset the cap. He has no time to go for the artillery piece. And it's a very smart move to just go down onto the riverbed. And also just to peek from the middle first here, if you can see him. That tree was very bad for him because now, yep. Yeah, the Standard B is exactly what I thought he would be. And now he can actually get shot by the RT. So I would probably move back and forth here a little bit. But we know that the Standard B is here because of the spotting that he got it from. Artillery actually misses. He could have died there. He's behind the rock right there. And maybe not actually. He was on the other bush. Nice position though. But he's only got 1 shot now. Let's see if he's going to be able to win this. I am not so sure anymore. He would need to have the stars align for him. The RT actually pushes to the mid. Let's see if he can finish him there. And he does. But now he's got no shells left. He's got no shells left now. This is so unlucky. If he would have 2 more shots, he could break the 10k damage in tier 8, ladies and gentlemen. 10k damage in tier 8. But he's got 10 kills as well. So what is he gonna do now? He's got the only chance to cap and try to win the game that way, because he cannot ram him to death off, obviously. Let's see, he enters the cap. I'll speed this up a little bit. And he gets spotted, and unfortunately our hero gets deleted from the standard B from the hill. Now imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if he could have another 2 shots, if he didn't miss, he would have another 2 shots to kill a standard B and just win the game. This is what this tank is all about, guys. Absolutely insanity. This kind of damage output that you have. 920 damage every 2 shots, which reloads in 20 seconds. Insane. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and comment what you think about Wargaming's recent acts of introducing these tanks into the game. I read and react to every single comment. Thank you for watching.